Can you tell me what happened on August 9th between you and Mr. Schmidt?
August 9th, there was an incident that took place that Kyle was hitting my vehicle, yelling at me, trying to ask to speak to Ben,
On August 9th, or did that involve a message on Our Family Wizard?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong incident. I apologize. Yes, there was a message sent to me by Kyle Schmidt on Our Family Wizard about saying he needed to know the full names of everyone parked in my driveway, and he also needed to know who was driving the white vehicle in my car.
And why did that concern you?
It made me known that he is watching my house, and because there is a white vehicle that is in my driveway that is a family member's, but hadn't been there for at least a week prior to that. So
do you know where Mr. Schmidt lives?
In Galesburg.
And do you have any reason, was there any reason for him to be at your home?
No.
And is your home located on a major thoroughfare?
It's located on a crossroad, yeah, a road that is used for traffic.
And when was the last time, if any, that Mr. Schmidt was at your home for a sanctioned reason?
It's been at least 5 years.
And so why did that message concern you?
He has no reason to be at my home or by my house.
Okay. Does he pick up the children at your house?
No.
Have you ever wanted him to pick up the children at your house?
No.
And you have 2 children together?
I do.
And was there an incident that occurred on August 22nd?
Yes.
And what was that incident?
That incident was one where Ben was refusing to go to parenting time.
Excuse me, 1 second. Miss McNiff, just to follow along,
All right, guys. Today we are stepping into a courtroom battle that starts getting intense almost immediately. The mother describes a custody exchange that allegedly spiraled out of control when the child refused to go with his father. According to her testimony, things escalated fast, with claims of aggressive behavior, yelling, and pounding on the vehicle while the child hid in fear inside the car. What makes this opening so powerful is how quickly the situation turns emotional, tense, and deeply personal.
An incident that occurred on September 5th, August 29th, and August 9th. I didn't have anything in the petition for the 22nd. And that?
I'll withdraw that question then, since it's not in the petition.
Okay.
Was there an incident that occurred on August 29th?
There was.
And can you tell me about that incident?
That incident was one where we were at a custody exchange and Ben was refusing to go. I calmly told Kyle that Ben was refusing to go and not wanting to speak to him. Kyle then proceeded to hit my windows of my car and continued to escalate and raise his voice. During this time, I was inching backwards to try to leave, and he continued to stay by my car. I inched backwards again, 1 to 2 inches, and he proceeded to start yelling that I hit him, even though I did not. And we made a statement to the police. They did an investigation, and I did not hit Kyle, so that was falsely.
What windows did he hit?
He was hitting my windows.
And where was your child located?
During this time, he was afraid. He was hiding in the back hatch of my car. He came forward to the front of the car, and he was cowering down between the seats because he was afraid.
When Mr. Schmidt was hitting your window, was he saying anything?
He was continuing to say that he needed to speak to Ben, to which I told him that Ben did not want to speak to him.
Did you roll your window down, or was it up?
I did roll my window down, so it was clearly heard.
And how far was your window down?
Maybe 2 to 3 inches, because he had reached in my vehicle prior to this, so I was not allowing my window to be rolled down more than that to put myself into a dangerous situation.
How hard was he hitting the window?
Enough that it could audibly be heard in the car by my son, and it was hard enough that it was not lightly hitting my window. It was hard enough that it felt aggressive.
So it wasn't knocking?
No, it felt more aggressive than that.
Okay. And was there anything else with regard to that particular date that happened?
I was extremely fearful because I didn't know, with him hitting my window, what was going to happen next, and I was afraid.
And you said you made a report to the police. When did you make the report to the police with regard to that incident?
We drove directly down to the police station.
Okay. And you also indicated that there was an incident on September 5th?
There was.
And that was this year as well?
That was.
And what happened on the 5th?
On the 5th, I again tried to de-escalate, calmly say that Ben did not want to speak to him and was refusing to go to the visit. Again, Kyle continued to hit my window, aggressively. You could tell he was visibly mad, and I was trying to leave due to this.
Buckle up, guys, because this next section takes the conflict to another level. The mother now claims she felt trapped inside her own vehicle during another exchange while trying to leave the scene safely. She tells the court she had no choice but to call the police because the situation felt unpredictable and dangerous. Then comes a major courtroom moment. The revelation that there was already a court order requiring distance during exchanges. At this point, the courtroom atmosphere becomes much heavier.
My son was again fearful. I was fearful. And once I rolled up my window, and he would not let me leave and was trapping me where I couldn't move my vehicle again.
How did he trap you so that you couldn't leave?
He was standing within inches of my car.
In front of it or in back of it?
Right beside me at my driver's side door.
And what resolved that you were able to leave?
I got on the phone with the police because I felt like there was no way that I could get out of there safely. When I got on the phone with the police, he charged back to my mother's vehicle. I was on the phone with them and I could not see clearly what he was doing, but I later found out that he was telling my mom that he was going to go to her house.
Well, and let's not say anything.
In regards to me, though, he was still not allowing me to leave and entrapping me in my vehicle.
So when he went back to your mom's car, that allowed you to leave?
I was still on the phone with the police, yes, and assessing the situation.
Okay. And there's been an order entered by Judge Kirkham that prohibits Mr. Schmidt from being within 20 feet of your car. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
And has Mr. Schmidt maintained that distance?
No, he has not.
And will the police enforce that?
I was told by the police that was not enforceable under a family court order, and the only way that it would be enforceable was if it was in a restraining order.
So what kinds of restrictions are you asking the court to put into place in a personal protection order?
Everything that I requested in my original petition, and I would also like to request that all exchanges be at the police station, as well as it be maintaining 20 feet away from my vehicle at all times.
And you currently have an order that requires all exchanges at the police station, correct?
Yes.
So are you asking that there be a restriction in the PPO that Mr. Schmidt must maintain a 20-foot distance from you?
At all times during the custody exchange, that would be accurate.
I have no further questions.
Okay. Mr. Schmidt, do you have any question of Ms. Galt?
Yes. You said on August 5th, there was an incident in your report that says August 5th. It's September 5th. Also on the 29th, the 5th, and the 22nd, I have video footage of the incidents. It appears that I do not.
Sir, this is your time. This is your time to ask a question, not to testify.
August 9th, when I approached your vehicle, you say I was pounding on your windows.
All right. Now, the energy in the courtroom completely shifts because the father finally gets his chance to respond directly. Instead of backing down, he immediately pushes against the allegations and repeatedly brings up video evidence that he says tells a different story. The tension rises as he challenges the wording used against him, arguing there's a big difference between pounding and tapping on the window. You can feel the frustration building while the judge repeatedly has to step in and control the exchange.
In the video, it says that it shows that I'm not pounding. How was I pounding on your windows? I was tapping on them.
I didn't state pounding. I stated that you felt like you were aggressively hitting.
How do you know I was aggressively hitting your window?
It didn't feel like
just your assumption.
This is how I felt.
Okay, all right. So, on let's see. On August 29th, you says I entrapped you. How would I entrap you if I'm standing next to your vehicle trying to do a custody exchange to teach to my kid?
I was backing up, inching backwards.
So I was standing behind your vehicle or beside of it? That's not entrapping then.
I wasn't.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah,
I'm objecting.
It's your chance to ask questions, not to, again, editorialize or anything of that nature. So you'll have a chance to testify.
Okay, so I was standing next to your vehicle and I entrapped you then, you were saying?
Yes. I was inches away from my car and could not safely back up. I was inching backwards and was not able to move away from, I was not able to back up.
So I would have to be behind your vehicle to entrap you, correct?
No, I couldn't safely move backwards from my vehicle because you were standing so close.
Interesting. So, because on November 5th, you hit me with your mirror, I have it on a video. Did you remember recalling saying I hit your vehicle and you said I'm backing up after I stated I hit you? If in the video you would say, I didn't hit you if you didn't hit me, you just said I'm backing up.
I didn't hit you. It was investigated by police.
Do you recall a video ever seeing at the prosecutor's office?
It was investigated by police, and I did not hit
Okay,
you.
the police indicated that you didn't intend to hit me, they stated, correct?
Your Honor, it's both hearsay and not a question.
Sustained. You can't say what somebody else said, sir. Only what the parties, either the petitioner or yourself said, but not other third parties.
Okay. So you stated on the 29th I kicked your vehicle. Do you have a footprint that's on your vehicle?
It was witnessed by Benjamin.
Okay, so you're here to testify today?
I am.
Okay, so you didn't witness it, you just assume that I kicked your vehicle?
It was witnessed by Benjamin.
Okay, well, he's not here today. Let's see,
To clarify, ma'am, so you didn't witness that.
I had my eye on my peripheral vision, and he was right there. But
Okay, that's not what I asked. I asked, did you witness it? Okay, thank you.
No, sir.
Okay, then you also stated on another date, I believe on the... Let's see here, just going over my notes. On September 5th, you said I entrapped you. How did I entrap you in your vehicle? When I was standing next to it?
Again, you were inches away from my vehicle, not making it safe for me to back up safely. Which is why I called the police.
Entrapment would be standing behind your vehicle, right? So that means it would be blocking you with a car, a physical person.
To be able to turn my wheel and safely back up, I was unable to safely back up, and because you were inches from my car, I was entrapped in the parking space.
No, that's not the definition of entrapment. On August 29th,
Sustained.
on August 29th, you had bumped your vehicle into my wrist. I have it on video, correct? I was videotaping on the 29th?
I'm unaware if you were or not.
I was holding my phone in your vision because I remember you seeing me, correct?
I saw your phone, but I wasn't aware of if you were videoing.
So when we see the video, will it show that I kicked your car in the video then? Will it show that I entrapped you on the 29th?
There was multiple questions. What was the question?
In the video on the 29th, will it show that I entrapped you?
Yes.
Will it show that I kicked your vehicle? Because you clearly said a second ago that you didn't see me, so would it show in the video?
I haven't seen the video, so I'm
The
unaware.
prosecuting office has the video. You haven't reviewed it?
No.
Okay. Then you speak about August 9th that I drove by your house. So you physically seen me drive by your house?
Due to you stating that there's a vehicle that is parked in my driveway, that would lead me to believe that you have driven by my house.
What road do you live on? Beckley Avenue, correct?
Correct.
And that's a pretty busy road. There's lots of stores on that road, right?
Correct.
And from Galesburg to Battle Creek, that is a main route to get there, other than the highway when there's construction, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you didn't visibly see me drive by your house then, correct?
Due to you stating you needed the full names of everyone who was there.
Ma'am, that was not the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I have not visibly seen. No.
Okay, so you haven't seen me. So on the week of August 5th through the 9th, are you aware of numerous marks on Benjamin's legs and arms?
Objection. That has nothing to do with the
Oh,
allegations.
yes, it does. It has to do with the messages that I sent her asking who's at her house watching Benjamin.
Well, it's not for purposes of this proceeding. I mean, you can testify that why you did that, but it's not germane to this.
Okay. So are you aware that my mother has a doctor in Battle Creek that she goes to, correct? You saw her at the hospital one time when you were working?
I'm aware that,
Okay, so you did see her before in Battle Creek?
yes.
So is it possible for anybody else to drive by your house and state to me that there was a white car in your house, correct?
I don't.
Guys, this is where the cross-examination starts turning into a full-on verbal chess match. The father keeps pressing hard on details, questioning whether she actually witnessed some of the claims she made. Suddenly, the conversation shifts toward whether he was truly stalking her or simply driving on a busy public road. Every answer seems to create another argument, and the courtroom tension keeps climbing, because both sides are now fighting over credibility instead of just facts.
No, possibly.
Well, it's a yes or no question.
Well, she answered that. She said possibly.
Okay. So, I think that's all. I have nothing further.
Okay, Ms. McNiff, any redirect?
Briefly, on the date when you indicated that you believe that Mr. Schmidt kicked your car, did you hear anything that would have indicated that he had come into contact with your car?
No, I did not.
And Mr. Schmidt indicated that he has been videoing you. Is that accurate?
That is, he's been holding his phone up. I believe it could be video or photo. I'm not quite sure of either which one.
And have you had any discussion about him taking the videos of you?
Yes, I've asked him to stop.
And has he stopped?
No, he does not stop.
And how does that make you feel when he's taking videos of you?
Fearful, afraid, and unsure of what it could escalate to.
On video?
Sir, no comments.
I have no further questions.
Okay, you have right to recross, sir. Only as it relates to items that Ms. McNiff went into on her redirect.
So, Ms. Galt, when we were at the Shell station in Battle Creek, are you aware that's a public place?
I'm aware.
Are you aware that you can videotape in a public place?
I am aware, but I asked you kindly to please stop. And
okay, that's not the question. Were you aware it's a public place and you can video?
I'm aware.
Okay. So, if you were fearful and there's a video being taken, wouldn't that make you feel safer because it's on a video that somebody could actually review if they requested? If you felt unsafe, that would make you feel safer, correct?
No, it did not make me feel safer.
But it's on video. It's a recording, right? That would show the incidents that happened. There's 4 of them that I have. Is that correct? That you've asked me once to stop videoing, correct?
I was unsure if the situation would escalate, and it did make me feel fearful.
But how can you predict the future of what's going to happen? Can you read minds?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
Sustained. Just address the facts, sir.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. What would you like to tell us, sir?
On August 22nd, August 29th, and August 5th, I did video record the exchanges due to her not releasing my son to me. And I do have on video, I did not entrap her. I did not hit her vehicle as she claims. I did not kick it. I tapped onto the window, I knocked on it, and asked to speak to Benjamin. Once she refused, I would say, well, it's not your choice. Can I speak to Benjamin? And she would want to roll up her windows and ignore me. I'm there for an exchange. I don't feel it's correct what she's doing. I believe that's all.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. McNiff, any cross?
All right. This next moment is surprisingly important because the argument now focuses on the videos themselves. The mother explains that being recorded during exchanges makes her feel fearful and unsafe, while the father argues the exact opposite, saying video recording should actually protect everyone involved. Then the exchange becomes awkwardly intense when he pushes her with questions about predicting future danger. You can tell the judge is starting to lose patience as objections begin interrupting the momentum.
Mr. Schmidt, have you spoken with Ms. Galt's mother at on September 5th, 2024?
It states on a PPO it has to be Rachel Galt we're speaking of.
Ms. McNiff, I think he's making a relevancy argument. How is that relevant?
In the petition, Ms. Galt alleges that Mr. Schmidt threatened to go to her mother's house on multiple occasions and threatened to stalk her mother's house.
I believe her mother can file a personal protection order if this did occur.
Yeah, I'm only going to pertain to these parties. Okay, hold on. I'm only going to address issues concerning these parties, not third parties.
Okay. I have no questions for Mr. Schmidt.
Okay. Any additional witnesses, Mr. Schmidt?
I'd like to show you the videos.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to share screen and do that.
Okay. Let's see here.
No, sir. Let me say, I don't think I need that at this point. So,
okay.
We'll go ahead. Any closing argument, Ms. McNiff?
Your Honor, we are simply asking that this court enter a PPO that would restrict Mr. Schmidt from any stalking behaviors as are listed in item 5E of the petition, that he be prohibited from going to Ms. Galt's home, and that he be prohibited from interfering with or using any efforts to remove the children or any personal property from her premises. At this point, she is, and of course, he'd be prohibited from assaulting, attacking, beating, molesting, or wounding her. These parties have a long, storied history of domestic violence and conflict, and these attempts at parenting time exchanges have escalated to the point where she is fearful, and Mr. Schmidt has been engaging in behavior that would cause her to be fearful for her safety, her physical safety, and we would simply ask that the court prohibit him from being able to continue to intimidate her.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Schmidt, any closing argument?
Yes. As far as she requesting stalking, I have never attempted or would want to stalk Mrs. Gall. I have never showed up at her residence in 5 years, she had stated. As far as removal of the children, I've only picked them up at exchanges, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, in this case, the court has to look at the statute which is involved, and that's MCL 600.2950, and the court can enjoin and restrain certain conduct if the court determines there's reasonable cause to believe that an individual has committed or may commit the acts listed under MCL 600.2950 parens 1A through K. This matter, first, it's been alleged she's fearful of him entering the premises. However, she did acknowledge in her testimony that he had not been to the premises for about 5 years. Obviously, so there's no fear of entering upon the premises. She says she's fearful. First, she's fearful of the videotaping, but the point that Mr. Schmidt makes is appropriate, that if he's videoing it, then she should feel safer, not feel unsafe or fearful, because of the fact that it's all videoed and all records. So the court doesn't, believe that that's appropriate under sub K, where she might, in fact, cause reasonable apprehension of violence because somebody is videoing her. She may not like it, but that doesn't mean that there's going to be any, violence as a result of that. In fact, the court would believe, as did Mr. Schmidt, that it'd be less likely to be any particular violence. She claims he hit the window. He claimed I was tapping on the window to get her attention. The court has, through the ex parte order the court entered, has taken care of that by keeping him 20 feet from the car when the exchanges occur. In this particular case, the court notes that the other objection, nope, you guys are done. It's my turn now, Mr. Schmidt.
Okay.
The court does note that she states she hasn't seen him. She's never seen him go by the house, so she can't claim that he was engaged in stalking behavior. He did raise the point, maybe somebody related to him that they saw a vehicle at her house. That doesn't denote that he, was engaged in any behavior which would be stalking under the applicable statute. The court in this matter does believe that the court's taking care of the issues that would be germane in this matter about being next to her vehicle, and believes that that is taking care of the matter. I don't believe that it's appropriate nor necessary to enter a PPO. I will deny the petition for entry of PPO at this time. So you're free to go today, and have a good day.